Hey everybody, YouTube land. It's Jim George Baker, also known as the Anime Cube, about to do my first official anime review of Ultraviolet Code 44 or 044. And this was, I believe this anime was based off a Hollywood live action movie that was also called Ultraviolet. And yeah, it's quite similar. It's quite similar as far as the whole setup, how it's futuristic. It's sci-fi, futuristic. Kind of. Like both the anime series and the live action Hollywood movie. They have the setup and how it's futuristic, sci-fi. But I think but from what I've gathered, the story is supposed to be quite different. Yeah, the story is quite different as far as I'm concerned. Um, yeah, I'll have to say though. I didn't see the movie, but I've seen like a 5 minute clip of it, and I've seen trailers of it, and I've heard other people talk about the actual premise of the movie. So, far as like I said, as far as I can gather, they have the same setup pretty much, and this is a different story. But I do want to talk about the main character. Like the movie, the anime has a female main character, and in the anime, her name is 44. She's a assassin that works for a organization that kills people who have the phage virus, and the thing about her is that she's some kind of bionic super soldier who has the phage virus herself. And again, she was raised as a little girl to be a killer. So and the thing about her is that her IQ is 185.0, something like that. And she pretty much is, like I said, a child prodigy. She has many different talents, but what's most important is that she's very talented as far as fighting goes. And yeah, she can pretty much fight any kind of way. She can use a gun with pinpoint precision, but her specialty is using a sword. It's a sword, and it's kind of weird. The sword looks weird. It's all jagged around the edges, and has these weird little codes in it on the sword, on the blade of the sword. And but yeah, pretty much her mission in life is to try pretty much her mission in life. Because again, she pretty much was like basically brainwashed to kill people who have the phage virus. And but I think one day she encounters a guy named Luca that he pretty much is like one of the key members of the phage resistance movement. And yeah, he's a key member of the phage resistance movement. And they have an encounter, and once they have their encounter, they're fighting each other, and she beats him in the fight, and things happen, and she ends up falling in love with him, and pretty much they end up falling in love. But then and then she once she falls in love with Luca, she ends up realizing that she doesn't really want this kind of life where she's killing people just to kill people that happen to have the virus, the same virus that she has, pretty much. And so she decides to get with this. She decides to have a partner. She tries to hook up with this one guy that happens to be her doctor that also worked for that organization that she's trying to get away with. And and he's a doctor. He was actually assigned to help her specifically, with her daily checkups to make sure that she's doing all right. Do her physical checkups, and he decides to be cool with the whole thing. In fact, he decides to distance himself away from the organization that they both work for to run away to different planets, to get away from her, to go on a spaceship and go to different planets and pretty much that's pretty much the whole story. And like I said, Luca, though, going back to Luca, you only see him for like maybe a couple episodes, like no, not one, but 2, 3 episodes. Then you don't see him till later on in the later episodes of the series. So, but that's pretty much the whole story. That's pretty much how it goes. I could talk about more about the characters, but I don't want to spoil too much. And I don't really want to spoil too much. But I think the problem I have with the whole, series, well, there's a couple problems. The sage virus, like the sage virus is supposed to be like this disease that everybody's afraid of, and it's supposed to be, it's just everybody's afraid of it because it's supposed to, I guess, it's supposed to turn people into vampires and suck their blood, but clearly you don't see any of it really. I mean. You hear like a folktale version of it, as far as the backstory of the stage fight, but they don't really get too clear on how it affects people. Like it's supposed to kill people at a earlier age, but that varies. And they don't get too specific about how that virus even works. And then another problem I have is the whole love connection where, you fall in love with someone by just looking at them, by encountering them once or twice, and all of a sudden you're just soulmates with them. And obviously that's not how real life works. And it's either, real generic or it's just real awkward, all these, love connections that, go on. But overall, I liked it. It was good. So there's some action-packed stuff in it. You're going to see some blood and swords, see guns, people getting shot up, and you'll see actually people getting shot up or getting stabbed with a sword. And like I said, it was okay. It was okay. But I do want some people to watch it. My reviewers and subscribers to watch it. And again, if you have seen the show, let me know. Tell me what you think. Did you think it sucked? Did you think it was amazing? Let me know. I think it was okay. But again, if you've seen the show, let me know. Or tell me if you plan on seeing the show. That'd be awesome. If you give me some feedback. But this is my first official video, and this is Jim George Baker, also known as the anime recruiter, and I'm the anime recruiter, and I'm going to sign out, and peace out there to the YouTube land.